What's up, y'all? We are back for day 27. After the night, we have 3 days left, y'all, of sweet November. Sweet! You gotta say it like that. November, 30 days of manna. God has been giving us fresh revelation, understanding, wisdom, blessings, supernatural encounters, divine happenings, um, financial what word do I want to use for it? Finances, monetary, money as well. Like God has been doing his thing. Gifts, I mean, in all types of ways, y'all. He has been doing it. How do I know? Aside from it just happening in my life, because the people that have been tuned in, they have told me of some of their testimonies. And y'all, we're not counting these 3 days out. They're counted in. They are factored in November. All right. So we still are in we're in great expectation of what God is going to do to close out this month for us, you and I, because we're in this thing together. And so if you are new, welcome to day 27 of us really getting to this thing. Like, it's been so good, y'all. I know I probably said that like a million times, but it really has been good. Like when you go and read something again and God is literally giving you something new, like a new perspective, a new outlook, a new just new information on something that you've read before. And it's just like, oh my gosh, I did not realize that before. So here we are. Nonetheless, my title for tonight is Follow the Prescribed Laws. And I love the word prescribed that they used in another version I have in the Bible that I have right here, which is the Living Translation Bible, if I'm not mistaken. It says laws of proper worship. But when I looked online in another version, it said follow the prescribed laws. And I like prescribed. And so what does prescribed mean? It means to lay down as a guide, direction, rule of action that is given by someone with authority. And in our case, you and I, our case, the person with the authority is God. And we have given him our yes, right? Because on yesterday, we had to choose blessings or curses. And I know y'all did not choose the latter. All right. I'm going to believe that you want the blessings, you want the promises. You want all that God has for you. So we have we have made our selection, and we chose blessings all day. And so when it comes to following the prescribed laws, right? So we know that we are here in the land, that we are in the promises of God, right? There were a lot of things that needed to take place prior to us actually obtaining and seeing in the natural some of the things that God has for us. And so we correlate this our journey with the Israelites. And so we know that they're there at the land. The divine helpers that we talked about have already gone in, and then they were at the crossroads. They had to make a decision what they're gonna do. And God always said throughout, y'all, and I'm gonna keep repeating it because my father kept repeating it, and there is a very good reason why he kept repeating himself, okay? To don't forget him and to obey his commandments, his laws, his precepts, his rules, his regulations, right? And so since you have chosen the blessings, you must follow the prescribed laws. And so my takeaway points today is from Deuteronomy 12, and it's going to be verses 1 through 4. So what is the first thing that God says to do when you go into this land, when you go into the place that I send you? This is what he told the Israelites. You are to destroy the places and dispossess the places where other gods, meaning lowercase gods, anything other than him, where they were once served. You are to destroy these evil and demonic altars. You are to break the pillars. You are to burn wooden and carved images. you are to, of gods and idols, you are to cut down the carved image of any of their gods, meaning any other god, lowercase g, gods that isn't our God, like any of these false gods. And you are to destroy the names from that place. And for those that are probably like, okay, well, Torah, we not, I mean, I know we've been talking about the promises, but we're not, going like physically into the land of Canaan like the Israelites did. Oh, but you are. Okay, it may not be called Canaan, but it may be another territory. It may be another state. It may be another country. Okay, and when God sends you into these promises, when He sends you out to do His work, because ultimately we are living vessels. We have yielded ourselves to God to be used in the way that He sees fit. Of course, we are, reaping the benefits of being obedient, which are the blessings that are coming. However, the main focus is to make sure we are carrying out our assignment and the work and the task and our gifts that God has given us. And so when we go into these places, these are the things that we need to be aware of, and these are the things that we need to tear down. When it comes to the how, like I said, these are the things that He gave them to do. I say, first start with yourself, okay? And then you seek God about elsewhere, wherever you are going, okay? Because I'm sure there is going to be a strategy that God is going to have you use. God moves. If you don't know by now, by reading His word, He is a God of strategic plans and order, okay? He really honestly is. Everything is done strategically and in decent order with God. So He will tell you what you need to do. And so what I mean by starting with ourselves is, what are some things that you may have that may be considered an altar up against God, that are evil, maybe covenants that you made. Perhaps there are things that you have that you need to get rid of. And then the next question, well, Torah, what are these things? You need to see God. You need to ask God. I think some things are very evident. And then I believe there are things that you may have to ask and pray to God about. And so, yeah, before I read the scripture, I want to just give my own personal touch on this. I would have to say, y'all, when I really, really, really began to get into learning, and I am still learning, okay? I have not arrived. When I began to really delve into understanding and obtaining the knowledge and clarity on what some things, or what things were considered, an idol against God, what was considered false gods, what was considered evil or demonic. It came through teaching through other people that I lend my ear to, who I follow. And then some came, of course, from reading the Word of God. And I'll share some of my own personal ones. There's been jewelry that's been given to me. And when I found out, past tense, what the origin of that jewelry was, like the company, and what they stood for, what they represented, I realized that it was something that I did not want to display on me because of the origin. I hope this makes sense. I will not specifically give names, because I want you all to search for yourself, for one, and take it up with God, because He may have shown me already, and it may be something that He has not shown you already. So I want you to, this is you spending time with Him. This is you getting to know Him. This is you really learning and getting the revelation on your own, so that if someone was to ask you, or you're ministering or talking to somebody, you're not saying, oh, okay, I did it because I was listening to this lady named Tori. She said this is why she did it. I want you to be able to stand your ground and do it on your own. And so there's been jewelry that I had to let go. There has been things passed on. It could be things, y'all, I'm telling you, sometimes that could be the easiest things that are passed on to you that are, quote unquote, and these are air quotes, supposed to be things like, I guess you could look at as legacy items being passed on. You definitely want to see God about that and about the person that gave it to you. Please don't be offended. I know that usually legacy items are coming from family members, but you do not know what everybody is into behind closed doors and shut blinds and windows. Okay, I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying. So you just want to find out the origin of these things. So what else? It's been jewelry for me. It's been some clothes, or outdoor gear. I'll put it that way. There has, ladies, and guys, because skin products too, like there has been some makeup, there has been some I'll put it this way, cosmetic and beauty items that I have definitely gotten rid of because I found out the origin. Okay, that's what you need to look into, the origin in which something was created. Where did the founder, sometimes they state online or in your reading and studying them, or the company they state, or perhaps you come across the interview about, maybe where they got their ideas, who helped them create some of these things. Like, are they speaking to, dead ancestors and stuff like that, getting the formula, or a not, well, I don't want to say patent, but you know what I mean, like a recipe, a formula, or some kind of design and creation. Like, you really want to look into it. Do not overlook these things. Now, am I saying that you got to start looking at, well, I don't even want to say that because I don't want to limit you, because if God is telling you to look up something, honey, something you're eating, something you're reading, like, just follow God. Like, that is the best piece of advice I can give you, is to, one, because I want this to be very clear. I don't want this to be all over the place, because I'm trying to think off the top of my head, like some of the things that I've had to look into for myself. One, seek God, pray about it. And then two, look up the origin in which some of these items have come from. I know like I said, the cosmetic, the beauty brand is a top. You also want to look into certain drinks and food as well. Jewelry is a huge one. Y'all, let me tell you something about this jewelry. I have to share this story. So I was watching a documentary, very big into those, the study of people and their social habits and behaviors. And along with that comes, people's lineage. And this was specifically for the Black community. Like, I'm not saying the movie was for the Black community, but everyone in this documentary was of African American descent of one or another way. And so jewelry, that's what like gave me the ding, ding, ding when it came to jewelry. Like, this lady had a shoebox full of jewelry, y'all. And when she start explaining this, I'm like, huh? I wish I had my rings near me, but just to give you all, like, a depiction of exactly what she was doing, give you a little show. But the lady was, she already had like all this jewelry on. She had like a few necklaces on. And so the person that's interviewing her is like, oh, okay, so this jewelry means something. She was like, oh yeah, this means something. This ring right here will do this. We'll pull in this from the West. And then the ring finger does this, and the bracelet, oh, that's how I call on my ancestors and spirits. Oh yeah, this was Aunt such and such necklace, and she is the goddess of. I said, well, wait, jewelry? Did this lady say that she can call on something from a ring that she puts on her finger? And she said some of them she never takes off. I said, well, hold on, Lord. I know why you got me watching this, because I done learned something today. I wasn't necessarily thinking that when you think about jewelry, it's just like, oh, okay, that's cute. Some earrings, necklace, ring, bracelet. Y'all, it's not as innocent as it seems. I'm telling you, it really isn't. And that documentary was just like, wow. And so another thing that was up there was dance routines and rituals that they would do. This lady was talking about how it started so early in her family that her mom or her aunt and I think grandma, they would take her out to, near the lagoon. And of course, y'all probably know by now this is in New Orleans, but it's all over. But this specifically was in New Orleans, and she said that they would take her out to the lagoon and show her how to do, these different dances and stuff like that. And she had to do about the swamp, and then something would happen. And I said, wait, time out. You did what? Like they told you to do what? Y'all, I'm telling you, this documentary was an eye opener. And I don't mean like, well, I'll say, well, Anyway, y'all get what I mean. Like, it was definitely an eye opener. If you want to know what the documentary is, like the name of it, I don't even know if it's still playing. But because this was maybe like a year, 2 years ago. I want to say maybe 2 years ago. I don't know, between 1 to 2 years ago. And I'm just watching this thing and I'm like, oh, what is happening on this documentary? Even food. Y'all, even food that they were making. And I'm just like, this is too much. This too much. Like all of this. You calling the spirits to make some chicken? And of course, I'm just, being extra as far as what it was, but it was something that she was making. I'm just like, you cannot be serious right now to cook. You calling on, okay, anyway, but I could go on and on and on about this documentary. I don't want to tell y'all too much. Like I said, if you want to know, let me know that you want to know the name of the documentary, and I'll find it and send you the name of it. But I want to get back, come back on that, even though it's all connected. But y'all, follow these prescribed laws. It is imperative. It is so important that because I will not take myself out, whatever it is that God shows me, that I need to cut off, let go, throw away, burn, destroy, cut, tear down. You better believe that is what I am trying to do. And y'all, don't let it go by. Like, it could be something simple. I'm gonna give you another example for me, and this is coming from your girl. This is all honesty and transparency. Like, it was some really cute earrings. Remember I told y'all about the jewelry, right? And most of it, like when I say all of it, really, except these 1 or 2 pair of earrings, I still kind of had with my other jewelry. And I was like, but these are so cute. And I've worn them before. Now, of course, this was before knowing. And so one night I was like, I'm going to just put them on. Like, it's just for me to, because I think I was doing a video real quick, try to look like some when I come up here. And so I was like, I'm just going to stick them on so I could do the video. Y'all, I put them things on. I felt so convicted. Like, take those earrings off. It is not that serious that you feel like it's okay for you to even put those on to do a record. Like, what are you doing? And this was, in all honesty, these were my thoughts going on. Like, after I said, man, let me take these things off. And it would be best to just get rid of them so you won't have an incident like I did, as far as like even feeling like, okay, well, it's just for the night. I'm just going out with my girls. I'm just going out on a date. I'm just going here. Like, oh, this would look cute. Like, it really looks good with my outfit. So you won't even be tempted to do it, y'all. Get rid of the places where the other gods were. Destroy the altars. Break the pillars. Burn the wooden images. Cut down the carved images of false gods. Destroy their names from the place. Follow the prescribed laws that God has given you. And so, I have to actually read the scripture before this can be officially complete, because we're not leaving out the good word, okay? And I don't want y'all to be like Tori said. No, because God's word says, Deuteronomy 12, verses 1-4. These are the decrees and laws that you must follow. That you must be careful to follow in the land that the Lord, the God of your ancestors and Tory ancestors, has given you to possess, okay? As long as you live in the land, as long as you are there, okay? Remember yesterday, all time, throughout all time, as long as you are there, destroy completely all the places on the high mountains, on the hills, and under every spreading tree where the nations you are dispossessing worship their gods. Break down the altars, smash their sacred stones, and burn their ASHERAH poles in the fire. Cut down the idols of their gods and wipe out their names from these places. You must not worship the Lord your God in their way, meaning the other people, the other folks, the ones that's doing all the worshiping of the false gods and stuff. You cannot do it the same way. You cannot do both, which is why God said you had to choose blessings or curses, y'all. Follow the prescribed laws. Search, seek God, pray, ask Him, what do I need to get rid of? What do I need to stop doing? What do I need to disassociate with? Who do I need to be apart from? And He will answer you. And when He answers you, because He will, and when He answers you, you must obey what God tells you. Day 27. We got 3 days left, y'all. I know some of the last few days have been, fairly quick with y'all, but it's stuff that's needed because of where we're going, and it's stuff that you actually need to take the time to do. And so I don't want to give you too much at one time. I'm giving you actually exactly what God has given me to give you. And so I want you to take the time to truly ask and seek Him and do what He tells you to do. Follow the prescribed laws. As always, be blessed, be encouraged. Share this out to someone that you love. Y'all, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. As always, be blessed, be encouraged. Come back tomorrow for day 28. Let's see what the good Lord got for us on a good Tuesday. Bye.